This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Round one, fight! Get over here!
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Logie, and with me today is Speaker for the Dead, Purple Valkyrie, Rambling Canuck, and Fat Steven Seagal for our Mortal Kombat review. How is everybody doing this morning?
You forgot Speaker.
No, he said me.
Give me a moment. I'm still looking for my Arcana. It's where all my brains are right now. Where the hell's my Arcana? Arcana.
You don't have your Arcana?
Yeah, it's the name for my butt plug. I'm trying to find my Arcana.
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry. Open my mouth just a little bit.
It moves by itself. What do you want from me? I'm lazy.
How can our review have better music than the fucking Kombat movie?
No,
my God.
Loki, the better question is, how in the blue fuck does Mortal Kombat Annihilation have better fucking music than this fucking piece of shit?
It does. It does. Annihilation. I love that soundtrack. Don't diss my soundtracks. I love that.
The movie was crap, but the soundtrack at least saved it.
That wasn't a movie. I just knew there was a soundtrack. I didn't say there was a movie. I just said there was a soundtrack. Because there was the Mortal Kombat soundtrack, then there was like the ambient music one, I think by Clinton. Then there was one called More Combat, which was music inspired, which wasn't used for either movie, and then there was the actual Annihilation soundtrack.
Yes.
There goes my virginity again. Right there from high school, right there. Yeah.
Wow. We are caffeinated this morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday.
It's Arcana blend.
The Arcana blend.
Since when was there a damn vanishing fucking birth? What the fuck was that shit?
I don't know, but did anyone else notice that when Sonya Blade's powers kicked in, it looked like she was fisting everybody?
Okay, better yet, it took everyone half the movie to get their shit, and she got it in 5 seconds.
Yes, I thought I was the only one that noticed that. I'm like, did we miss a chapter or something?
No, the whole earning her thing. The reason why she already had, I guess, knew how far she could go, but I think what it was going on is that she had to earn the thing by just getting the symbol. But I think she already reached that level because of the amount of work she did trying to gather all the heroes. I'm guessing that's what it was supposed to be, the message.
And Pat S., I have no idea what this thing you call the Oscars are. I have no idea. I don't know what that is.
Who watches that?
Whoopsie.
No. See, Sonya got it just because she killed the white man. Remember?
Yeah, but that's a white woman. Wouldn't that still be toxic?
No. That's allowed.
And Big Geek, the only thing good about this movie was Kano. Kano wins! Yes.
That's not true. Goro looked like Abby in transition to another realms person. It was good. What? Oh, wrong game. My bad.
You mean the character that looked like an orc from WoW had sex with the Hulk and that was its baby?
Pretty much. It was either that or the orc and the It's Man from GameStop.
Goro wasn't bad. He died like a bitch in the first movie. Now he died like a bitch in this movie.
Yeah, but his ponytail, man. His ponytail was on the top of his head like a really ugly onion.
Those were $500 glasses, you asshole.
Ponytail.
And superhero reviews,
out, I thought was a real good touch.
I think the special effects was great. The special effects were great besides Goro. The cinematography was great. The fatalities were great. The gore was great. But I have no idea who this person Cole was. And we're going to get to that. We are going to get to that.
I had one quick question. Why did they keep yelling, "Finish Jim"? Who the hell was Jim the whole movie?
Finish Jim.
Finish Jim. Finish Jim.
Jim. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Humor and Wobbles. Chris Persia, Mark the Invalidly Tired, Psychodorf 9, and B Geek. Let's talk. Martin Orlando, Larry. Good morning, Pat. Astronoculus P, Superior Hero Reviews. Good morning to Dega Outlaw, Mark the Infinitely Tired. I already said that, didn't I? Robert Pearson. Good morning, everyone. Darth Haster. Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Yes, we are starting the week off with a bang. Mary's Game Room. Gun Bunny. How are you doing, Gun Bunny? Keely Chow. Roll Tide, brother. Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great one. And yeah, we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat because I have no idea why they placed this character. We have no idea about, when you're writing fan fiction, people tend to insert themselves into their story. And that's kind of like what I felt here. What do you guys think? We're going to go around the panel. We go Speaker, Valkyrie, Steven, and Canuck. What did you think about them putting this Cole character into this movie?
Which one's Cole?
That other white man.
I don't know. I don't. I was told this was a pretty good movie, except for the main character, the main Chinese. Is that who you're talking about, Cole?
Yes,
the Chinese guy. That's the main. Okay, yeah. I was told everything was pretty good except for him. Like his acting was terrible and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, okay, what? I didn't know what they were talking about. I kept waiting for the whole movie for the movie to start. I'm like, this is awful. The 95 version of this film was 1,000 times better than this, and it was cheesy. So, but and his character was just bland, blah, stupid. I was not impressed.
Yeah, I'd have to agree
Sorry,
with that.
did I say too much? I silenced the room. That's never a good thing.
Louis Tan is who you're talking about. He played Cole. And yeah, I have no idea who this guy is. I've never seen him in anything before. I had heard that acting wise, he is great, but his character sucked. And I'm like, no, acting wise, he sucked.
There was acting?
When did that happen?
I think that was during when the credits rolled, because I think that text was an amazing performance.
This is what I don't understand.
The problem with Cole is I spent the entire movie waiting for the dumb son of a bitch to turn into Scorpion, and then he turns into a mummified version of an idiot. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Yeah, you've got Hiroyuki. You've got Hiroyuki Sanada. You've got Hiroyuki Sanada, who's a real life swordsman. He's been in a bunch of different movies. I mean, this guy has been in Mortal Kombat. He was in 47 Ronin. He was in Last Samurai. He was in Avengers Endgame. He's been in all these movies. He was in Westworld Season 2. This guy is badass, and they don't even use him. He's the guy who played Hanzo Hasashi. He's the guy who played Scorpion at the beginning of the movie, and they don't even use him.
I had a weird question.
For the first 5 minutes and then the last 3.
Yeah.
I had a weird question. Did anyone else hope that Cole, when he finally got his Arcana or his powers, it would turn out to be like some kind of form of mystical slap chop? They're gonna love my nuts. Mortal Kombat. Sorry.
Purple.
Yeah, he was just a completely bland character. And the problem with him, the audience already were way ahead of this character. So we're waiting for Cole to play catch up with what we already know is happening. And he was just really, really freaking dumb. It was an unnecessary character. Like you say, we already had Scorpion. Bring him back if you want him as an anti-hero and make him the main character. Because that's all people wanted to see. We wanted to see Sub-Zero versus Scorpion.
And we've got a $5 super chat or super sticker from Eris of Chaos with a corgi kicking ass and taking names, punching and punching and punching. Thank you so very much for that super chat, Eris of Chaos. Score!
Oh, Batman.
Nice goal. I like that.
That was better than some of the movie.
Can we do a parody song calling "You're as cold as ice"?
You're as cold as ice.
Yeah, that's
Chris Persia, they introduced Cole instead of Johnny Cage. That's exactly what they did. And what was his Arcana mystical suit of armor? Seriously, I'd rather just watched a movie of Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. If you want to watch that, Chris Persia, Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion, the Mortal Kombat Scorpion anime was kick ass. Absolutely kick ass. And Darth Haster with a $5 super sticker. And again, it is a Yorkie kicking ass and taking names. We'll run that Mortal Kombat skull again. Skull!
Batman.
Larry, we will get to the no tournament here and thing in just a second. Steven, tell us about Cole.
Well, when I first saw Stryker on screen, I was very not impressed. It felt like the way they were trying to deliver the characters, like he was unsure of himself, but he would protect his family at any length. Yet he couldn't win an MMA fight because he wouldn't give an uppercut. He wouldn't control the ring. Like everything they were trying to tell us about him didn't seem like the character was a real character. And then when Stryker never actually put on the blue and white uniform, I keep calling him Stryker because you know where I'm going with this. I didn't like him. I just didn't like him. The whole family arc, it was BS. Mortal Kombat is not about your family. Yes, I understand earning your powers, but it's not about your family. It's about a tournament to keep the whole world safe. Not your mommy, not your daddy, or your kids. It's to keep the whole world safe. So the whole... I'm going to go back to looking for my Arcana. That's how bad this was. It's so bad.
Canuck.
Yeah, Cole. Pointless, useless, and what the fact was that mummy wrapping he got put into? Because I literally spent the whole movie expecting him to turn into Scorpion. That's what I thought, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, nope, exit stage left, he gets this freaking gold outfit because he's stunning and brave. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Well, it was two-ply.
I don't think any of us do. I don't think any, two-ply.
Like, what the hell? Like, when it started to go yellow, I'm like, okay, he's turning into Scorpion now. No, he's not. No.
Kinetically charged armor. That's what it was.
Yep.
Fuck, Jesus.
My daughter asked me when we were watching it. She asked me what's happening? What's it doing? You know, they'd hit him and something. You know, and she's 17, so she gets most stuff, but she was just confused. Like, what is his power? What is happening?
Oh, he can take a pounding and then he returns it.
He's returning. Yeah, and then he can give it back. She's like, oh. I don't think she's still got it. I'm like, oh, well. Yeah, join the club, sweetie, because none of us are expecting what happened to happen. So,
and Adega Outlaw, he gets it. Was Cole a nod to China instead of Hollywood's Johnny Cage? Bow to their masters at Hollywood. Yes, I believe so. Tournament. Mortal Kombat is about a tournament. It's about a tournament of champions. So other movies have done this better than this. There's been so many different Bloodsport, for one, right off the bat. You've got a tournament of champions, of badasses, and people come in representing certain families, tournament, martial arts families. Hell, MMA does it better. So
Karate Kid did it better.
Yeah, Karate Kid did it better. They shoehorn a tournament. They shoehorn a tournament that's not even a tournament into the very end of the movie. Oh, well, we will have a tournament. We'll do it our way. No.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Why does that sound like a Burger King ad?
But not only that, but
sorry,
they said this is the 10th. So they've already had 9. So we're thinking, well, what's gone on before? You should be something you've led up to, not something that you're just jumping in at this point.
And they've cheated. That's what Shang Tsung said. We've cheated at every tournament. That's why we won 9. Why hasn't Raiden figured out what they are going to do? And he's got people like, oh, well, we're automatically going to protect the people. You've had 9 lifetimes to prepare for what they have done. They went and killed Hanzo. Apparently that's where it started. They killed Hanzo to win that first tournament so that Hanzo wouldn't be in that first tournament. Why the hell is Raiden not prepared for what they are going to do? Speaker.
I don't know. I thought, like I keep saying, the 95 version did this way better. When you replace Christopher Lambert with the guy that they got this time, I'm like, but he just, like, he doesn't do anything. He kind of sits back and he lets Hanzo gets killed, and then he goes and picks up the kid. I'm like, why the hell weren't you there before, like when this was going on, to stop that from happening?
Yeah, it's almost like
I was like, what a pointless character for someone who was supposed to be one of the best characters in the movie. His character, I don't know. This whole movie, I just sat there thinking, this is awful. Like the scenery, the settings, where they went, like the Temple of Raiden is in the middle of a desert in a cave. I'm like, why isn't it in? Well, and this goes back to the China thing. Like we can't have anything in Tibet because that'll make China mad. We can't have anything look like ancient, Chinese culture because they don't want to remember that. They only want to remember what they're doing now. And it just, it was terrible.
The thing they got wrong. Yes, Raiden can interfere. He just can't interfere in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He could have stopped Hanzo from getting killed. He could have. But they're like, oh no, Raiden can't really do anything. No. Raiden cannot participate in the tournament. Raiden can protect his fighters. Yes, he can. He just can't interfere in the tournament.
Right. Yeah.
He literally did that in 95 when Shang Tsung tried to pull that crap on the boat, and he literally electrified them to the wall. Like,
yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that was back when Raiden had a personality.
When he wagging his finger. Yeah, Christopher Lambert.
Raiden had a personality.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this film seems to do what a lot of films do nowadays. They're so desperate to get into a franchise. They've rushed through this initial film, and they've character, whereas it just doesn't make a lot of sense chronologically. If this is the leading up to the 10th tournament, and it started with Bihan and Hanzo fighting, that was in the 1600s. How many damn tournaments have they jumped through?
In the hell, I want to give a quick hail to Kesha Queen guy. You guys look so
Hi,
great
Amber.
in that picture. You guys look so great in that picture. Steven. Raiden.
He looked like an angry toaster. That's the way I look at it, because he had like the blue eyes. He just sat there and insulted his fighters. He's supposed to protect his fighters, help his fighters, guide his fighters. He's like, you got no powers. You're a loud little angry bunny, and you're just a white blonde woman who has no powers. I didn't like it. Like I'm gonna lay it out. It literally felt like he was not a protector written properly. He was not an elder god. He was nothing. He was literally just sitting there going, I'm angry. I'm in the desert, and I won't do anything. So either way, he defeated his own self by the way he was written.
Mm-hmm.
He was
good
useless.
morning, Amanda.
And
He
all
was
of
useless.
This was all filmed in Australia, wasn't it? If I remember correctly.
What were they? Was it filmed on the Fury Road or after?
Did anybody else like the temple? I mean, the when they go, I kept expecting where's the the ancient Chinese temples? Where's the feel? From the I don't know.
I had a question, Loki. Who did it better, the 2021 Raiden or the Annihilation Raiden?
Oh, that was bad. That was bad. 2021 Raiden. I you know what? As far as like badass shit goes, this Raiden. But that it sucks they didn't get Lambert back.
Mm-hmm.
It really sucks they didn't get Lambert.
Well, you saw the article, right? With what Jack said about Raiden after the movie released.
No.
Well, it was pretty much going down the road of saying, well, it was the start of some type of racism. Because Lambert wasn't,
whatever. No, Raiden inhabited a human body. They even talked about that in the Mortal Kombat series. Is that Raiden inhabited a human body? So Raiden can be anybody. Raiden could be any race. It doesn't matter. Raiden could be a black guy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you think?
Well, Raiden was a waste of time. But two things. One, and I know we're going to get there, but the starting at the 10th tournament only works if you have a fucking tournament, you morons.
Yeah.
Secondly, here's the problem. For the entire movie, at the end of the movie, this is what I thought. This reminded me of another franchise that I like.
Street Fighter.
Mortal Kombat, this movie, is to Mortal Kombat that Star Trek Discovery is to Star Trek. Think about it. Think about it. No. Think about it. It's got all of the, it's got, remember this, and we're just going to throw it all together so it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
But when did Raiden once quote the fighter's hair being so beautiful and start crying?
Wasn't there a character that did that?
STD words again. Make him stop.
Stop.
Sorry for swearing on your show, Loki.
No.
You all have beautiful hair. Oh, look, there's George on my foot. Get off here, George. Sorry.
I knew when I saw the preview and I saw this Cole character and people say, who's this guy? Is it Johnny Cage? Is it Johnny Cage before he takes the name Johnny Cage? I was like, no, this is going to be another movie where they insert some character no one has ever heard of, and the movie is about them. And they try and do that to try and bring you, the viewer, into the movie as him, and it's going to fail. There are so many great scenes in this movie where you're like, fatality, and look at Sub-Zero looks like Sub-Zero, Scorpion looks like Scorpion, Goro looked like a Abby. But besides Goro, I mean, everybody looked great. I like the way Shang Tsung looked. I like the way that Melina looked. Even though they race swapped Melina, I even liked Melina.
Style looked much better than the last time we saw him.
Yeah, and was it Natara? Natara is the winged vampire chick that Kung Lao cuts in half. She even looked great. They all looked great except for Goro and this character that none of us have ever heard of before. I at least had fun with the the original characters that was in this movie. Would you agree with that, Speaker? That the original characters, besides Goro, they looked great and they were fun.
Yeah, they did actually get the looks and the kind of overall feel of the characters right. I think they did a good job in that. I particularly liked the table saw of death hat scene where he saws that girl in half. My daughter goes, "Oh my gosh!" Her mouth fell open, and I'm just like, I don't know if you should be watching this with me. And then, but it was. So there was some actually kind of good moments in it. But it's like they never lived up to the potential. But like, especially with like Cole, that whole thing made no sense to me, where he's a championship fighter who's supposed to be so good, but he's like, yeah, I'm not that good anymore. I'm older. I'm like, what were you, like 7 when you were the champ? Like, you don't look that old. You look like you're 20. What do you mean you peaked like when you were what, 7? Like I said, 7. That confused me. And then I just like kept thinking, your story makes no sense. You know, if you were in your 40s or 50s, yes, that would make sense. But like and he was such a pussy, pardon my French, through the whole film, and Jax loses his arms trying to save him. I'm like, yeah, you should have just let them kill him, because you were a better character than the main characters. So, but yeah, they did get the look and feel of the characters right. They just didn't do anything else right with it.
No, they didn't. And we have got a $2 super chat from Psychodwarf 9. Member berries ain't a story. So very true. Psychodwarf 9. Thank you so much for your $2 super chat, brother. Skol!
Oh!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Echo Base Network. I just watched Mortal Kombat last night and thought it was some cool scenes in it. No clue who Cole was from the games. Cole isn't anyone from the games. And that really hurt. That really hurt. Purple Valkyrie.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, the costumes I think look pretty good. The choreography, especially the first fight between Bihan and Hanzo, was really good, I thought.
Yes.
Yes.
What it fell down for me was I didn't like Raiden, and I didn't like Shang Tsung. I don't think he had enough to do. You know, he's supposed to be this big bad villain, and he just pops up randomly, spouts some super villain nonsense, and then disappears in a cloud of black smoke. And the other character that I didn't really like was Liu Kang.
When I first saw him, I was like, he looks girly.
Mm-hmm.
He looks girly. What the hell happened? And you know, he's buff and he's cut, but I mean,
he's little.
Yeah,
he's very little. Kung Lao was great. Yeah, the guy that played Kung Lao, Huang. I thought he was awesome. Throws
the slowest fireballs in the world.
It does.
I was like, dude, you're never going to hit anything doing that. That's sad.
And, you know, I can kind of forgive them a little bit for Shang Tsung, because Kerry Tagawa in that first movie, your brother's soul is mine. Yeah, it's just like, you can't replace him. Mm-hmm. When they brought him into Mortal Kombat 11 and it's actually him and he's saying those lines, you know, your soul is mine. It's like, damn, yes. And then you get this guy and you're like, eh.
He was having fun in the 95 movie. Jinhan, although, you know, he looked great. I thought, you know, the costume again looked really good. He wasn't enjoying being a villain. And being a villain is one of the best characters that you can play.
Yes.
Because you can go crazy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, you got the guy from Dark Knight, You got the guy from Dark Knight, the Oriental guy from Dark Knight to play Shang Tsung. He's even in that movie, he's just like, I am just here. I am here in this movie. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm just in this movie.
Do you like my hair?
Yeah. Hello, Bruce Wayne. I am going to talk to you about finances. And I'm going to try and make it exciting in my monotone voice. Fat Steven.
Can you blow me up for a second? Ma'am.
That face looks better than the one that Goro actually had.
Yeah.
It's ma'am.
It's ma'am around.
Smash.
The thing is, the guy is a goddamn sorcerer, right? He has the ability to shapeshift, doesn't he? He could be any fighter of the souls he's collected. And he's sitting there blowing the black smoke out of his ass, telling his fighters to do everything. There was no measure of fear or measure of like tension. You know what I mean? He'd come in the room, he would send someone off to get his Uber Eats, and they would end up come back defeated. Think about it. He had no emotional impact that made you fear him. Mm-hmm. He didn't seem threatening. He sounded like, I just got back from the Kabuki cosplay film and we're going to redo my hair.
Even when he killed a character, even when he took a soul, it was just like,
lame.
It was like, I get what they were trying to do. Like, even if it was weak sauce when it comes to like being a prequel style, like what do you call it, foundation build? But it was bad. You're calling it Mortal Kombat, and you're not explaining the tournament. You're not explaining the threat it has on your realm. Raiden, I wanted to pick him up by his ponytail and throw him into a water basket or something. It was just weird. It was so bad. I'm sorry. It hurts my brain thinking about it, because I just rewatched it before the show went live, and it was worse the second time.
The odds were all stacked in his favour, though. That's the thing, you know. He should have been terrifying as a villain.
It looks like he was about to give us makeup tips on a YouTube video after the movie.
They told him, you're going to suck a soul. And he goes, oh, my character sucks. I've got it.
I like green juicy souls. You see how the soul came out of the dude, too? It's like, I like lime green jello.
Canuck.
Well, okay, for me, like, some of the movie, you know, you get those moments where you're like, yes, like the fatalities were great, like, saw the person in half, that was great, but the part that threw me off was, why in the fuck are the characters that are killing people looking down the hard cam and then saying the word that should be Shang Tsung? Yeah. Right? Like I seriously thought it was like a bad house show for wrestling, because the damn freaking wrestler kills somebody and then looks down the hard cam. What the fuck? And then we get the fight on the bridge, right? Anybody who ever played Mortal Kombat knows when you're fighting on the bridge, some asshole is going through spikes, and there's no spikes. What the fuck?
Nope. He smashes his head.
It's like, no. You do the uppercut, he falls off the damn thing and lands in spikes. That is Mortal Kombat trope 101.
But remember.
Yeah, but we didn't get that. He falls into some fucking sticky goo, and then they light that goo on fire and it turns into a dragon. Whoop-de-doo!
I like
what
sticky
the fuck?
goo.
Like, what the hell? Where were the spikes? Fuck, we got ripped off.
I want spikes. I want
because when you see them fighting on the bridge, that's your immediate go. Okay, somebody's going through some spikes. Right? We're gonna see a head on a pike. But no! Like, what the fuck?
And I didn't understand the dragon. Where did that come from? Like, why is that?
And where did everybody get superpowers? What the fuck?
Why was the dragon faster than his fireball?
The dragon, the tattoo, or the fire dragon?
Either or.
The fire
dragon, the finishing move is just like, okay, where was the buildup that was one of his powers? Like, it's just all of a sudden, boom, he can shoot fire into the ground and it comes up a dragon. I'm like,
that was straight from the game. That
okay.
was straight, except in the game he turns into the dragon. In the game he turns into the fire dragon.
Here's my theory. Somebody sat down, played played Mortal Kombat 11 for 5 minutes, found out what all the finishers were, threw those into the damn game, and went, there you go, Mortal Kombat. Right? Like,
there's no explanation for why and
no
how
reason,
it just happens.
And not everybody had superpowers, you morons. Maybe in the new games, but for us OG Mortal Kombat guys, no. Fuck off.
And the MB Geek with $5 super chat. You had one job to do: make a movie about a game, about a tournament. We're gonna get to that next, MB Geek. You had games, movies, series to research for fuck's sake, and you still blew it. It's very true. That is very true. And you know what? You want some real Dragon Fire? Here it is, MB Geek. Score!
Go!
You guys keep the fires burning bright and ball. So tournaments. You had the movie that all this shit was based on, Bloodsport. That is where the character Johnny Cage comes from, is Bloodsport. It is supposed to be Jean-Claude Van Damme, the movie star, Bloodsport. That's where you had The Quest, another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Hell, you had other Mortal Kombat movies before it. Do you think if they would have stuck with that idea of the tournament, this movie would have been better? Speaker.
Yes, absolutely. That was one of the best things about the 95 movie, was the setup, was the main villain changing into forms and going and basically recruiting the characters to come fight in this tournament. Not really, even most of them didn't even realize what kind of a tournament they were getting thrown into, which they get to the island and they're just like, holy shit, what the, I mean, and that was kind of the cool thing. And then they've got to rise to the occasion. With this, it's just like, oh, you've been chosen. And it's like, okay, but, and then it was a mess. It was just a hot mess. There was no build up. There was no proper explanation of what was going on. It was just, hey, we're going to have fight sequences. And when the choreography in, the fight choreography for, I just forgot the freaking name of the movie.
Mortal Kombat.
No, it's not. It's got Keanu Reeves where he's
Time Cop, Street Fighter, Bloodsport.
No, it's not it's the one where his dog gets killed and it sets him off on the crazy.
John Wick.
John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick. Thank you. The choreography and fighting and stuff in John Wick destroys what they did in this film. I'm like, how is that possible? That's all this film is supposed to be, is about badass fight sequences and everything, and John Wick did it 100 times better. I mean, except for the first season or the scenes where, about like Purple was saying with Hanzo, those were great. Most of the others I thought were kind of clunky and not done as well as they could have been. Especially when Cole finally gets his powers, and I'm like, how did he become a weapons expert? Like the little things he's flying.
Tampa. He had Tampas.
Yeah, I'm just like, whoa. And what he was doing with them just didn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too critical, but I'm just like,
no, I didn't like it either.
I was like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like he was a hand-to-hand fighter. You've just given him weapons, and it shows, because it's like he doesn't know what to do with them. So
And Valiant Renegade with $4.99 super chat. The writing story was clunky. Cole was a bore, but the movie did what it needed to be for fun for me. But WE hired a totally inexperienced director and writers. I agree with that. I agree with that. And thank you so very much, Valiant, for that $4.99 super chat. We're gonna hit you with another Mortal Kombat fatality. Score!
Go!
And Chris Persia, speaking for Keanu Reeves, 47 Ronin was better than this movie. I agree. I actually liked 47 Ronin.
Yeah, I liked it too.
One of my more favorite movies that never got enough attention. Purple Valkyrie.
Yeah, people don't want much from a Mortal Kombat movie. I think we know it's supposed to be a tournament. It's Outworld trying to take over the mortal realm. It's a really, really simple story. It's about people coming together as a team to fight this threat. And to be honest, this threat was kind of a punk because he's cheated his way through 9 other tournaments to get to this point.
And what I was saying earlier was, yes, that is possible, but Raiden can interfere.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he can. He just didn't until he did. At the end.
He's like the worst protector ever.
And that's sad.
You have one job and you suck at it.
And that's sad because Raiden and Liu Kang are my 2 favorite characters. Sub-Zero and Scorpion come in after that, but Raiden and Liu Kang are my 2 favorite characters. And they, Liu Kang was powerful, yes, but he looked so girly.
Girly man throws fire like flamer.
Oh.
Well, at least if you're in a dark room, he can make it look like a candle.
He'd be great at a campfire. He'd be great roasting marshmallows. Please welcome Liu Kang, our master chef in s'mores.
Yeah, no shit.
Little dragon comes up and breathes fire on the s'more.
Yeah. It's not even that. You know the chefs where you sit down at the table, right, and they cook the food in front of you with the nice little heating pad and everything? He's there underneath, just heating the table. They like all of this. You know, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so hot, so warm. I cook the pork. I just cook it so well.
Well, he has that line in the damn movie. Never mind. Come over here. I warm you.
You want the Liu Kang special? It's called the flaming reach around. I just put fire in my hand and burn your pubes off. Let's go.
He was using that fire for everything except attacking people, and he used it to heal Paul's army, his family.
Wax on, fire off. Wax on, fire off.
This is gonna sting a little.
I can't tell what's burning, my hand or my syphilis.
Fucking stupid.
I'm so sorry. You want handmaids? Just go done.
Film spent way too much time building up to the next film in the franchise that might not ever happen.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Everybody Liu Kang tonight. Oh my god.
And yeah, Larry, Cary Tagawa was in 47 Ronin, yes, and so was Hanzo, yes. Steven.
I'm sorry, what? There was no tournament.
There was no tournament.
That wasn't a tournament. It was pretty much a home invasion. Shang Tsung came in, Sub-Zero opened the door for him, and they just did a home invasion. It's pretty much what it was. Then Sub-Zero did it later on in the movie. Then they did it at Sonya's base in the house where Jax was fighting. There was the home invasion in the start at Hanzo's place. It was all home invasions. It was pretty much breaking and entering. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Yeah. They even broke B&E into the Earth realm. Think about it. It was all a B&E movie.
Broke into the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
at least knock first.
They didn't even break in. It was fucking Kano doing a really obvious, I'm going to turn against the people that I'm supposed to be working with.
We haven't even mentioned Reptile yet.
I think the fact that Raiden probably had a welcome mat right in front of that secret door and they just found the key.
well,
it's like
Sub-Zero
from Megamind.
Sub-Zero, okay. Sub-Zero is an Earth Realm champion. Sub-Zero was an Earth Realm champion, and he sold out to Outworld. So if he had been in that temple and trained, he would know how to get into it, right? You would think that he would know how to get in the temple. That's what I thought anyway when I saw that was, well, Sub-Zero would know how to get into it because at one point in time, he was an Earth Realm champion before he sold out to Outworld. And Valiant Renegade, here's another thing, Loki. I really wonder if that last scene was added in after the producer dropped the no Johnny Cage news and it created a backlash. They could have gone back and shot in a day. They could have. And you never see his head, so of course no one knows who the hell is going to be cast as Johnny Cage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The other weird thing that bothered me is that did anyone else know that Kung Lao had a real weird fetish with his hat? He was always touching the edge of it, going, "Oh, it's so shiny, so sharp."
And Darth Maul, it would have been a friendship. Little Dragon comes out, roast marshmallows. Liu Kang wins friendship.
You want flame boiled booger? Done.
Really want to see a tiny dragon
I'm
now.
so canceled after this morning. I can feel it.
Flame on. Anyway.
Canuck.
Stop the Asian hate.
Racetality.
Yeah. Without the tournament, the movie means shit.
Yeah.
Right? It's just it's not Mortal Kombat. It's just not. Without the tournament, you don't. There's no point to any of it. All the fighting they just did means shit. Means jack squat.
Yeah, because they never had the tournament.
No.
Mhm.
So it's still 9-0. The fuck.
All
Right?
Raiden did was exactly what Shang Tsung did. They took out the fighters. Shang Tsung's been taking out the fighters before the tournament. That's exactly what Raiden did, was take out Outworld's fighters before the tournament.
Yeah. Which they're just going to be, by the sounds of it, by the sound of the final line, they're just going to be regurgitated and brought back in the next movie.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like,
Is that Morse code?
Dun-dun-dun.
Sorry, that's my phone.
it's
I'm
just
sorry.
stupid.
That was like, find
Okay.
me sanity in the movie. Stop. Where was the
Okay.
plot? Stop. Sorry.
So one of my favorite parts of this movie that actually made me smile and made me laugh was Kano. Kano wins, bitch. I thought the guy who played Kano was great. I thought his lines were great. I thought the acting was great. Hey, you're almost out of beer and it sucks. Absolutely wonderful way they made. I've got fucking laser beam that comes out of my eye.
You're an angry, aggressive bunny.
I thought at least that part was great. What did you guys think, Speaker?
Yeah, he was my favorite part. At first, I found him a little annoying, and then I'm just like, wow, he is seriously the only thing in this movie that I actually really liked. But yeah, he was a lot of fun, and I mean, I totally saw the double cross coming, but I was just like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That was at least something that was kind of okay. I was like, all right, yeah, he's living up to the character that he actually is and stuff. But I know that, I mean, maybe this can make me sound kind of prudish, but I got tired of the unnecessary swearing, like the unnecessary F. I'm just like, do you guys know another word, right? It was
Fuck no.
To me, it was like lazy writing. I'm just like, you sound like some of the truck drivers I have to be around that only know 2 words, and the F word's one of them. And I'm just like, where's the dialogue? Where's the effing talk of this and that? And I'm just like, okay. I mean, it came out okay from his character. I his character, I would have expected that kind of length, but like even what's his face is the wife and the daughter. I'm like, she's like effing this and F. I'm just like, fuck this, and I'm just like, okay, what? Like, and then when the daughter's like, your suit's badass, Dad. If my daughter said that to me, I'd be like, no. Like, no. You don't get to say that to your dad. No.
They had lot lizards in the writing room when they
They
walked in there.
did. That's what it felt like. I'm like, this is just not okay. This is just not. I'm like, so but he was great. He was actually a great character, but lazy writing, just kind of sad.
Purple.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think he was probably the best character. Josh Lawson looked like he was having a lot of fun playing Kano, and I think they did give him some of the best lines. You know, what he says, "A lizard clawed my face off. Lucky for me, you can't fucking tell." just great big lines. But he seemed to be having a hell of a lot of fun. He wasn't taking it as seriously as some of the other cast were. And I think it showed. You know, he kind of realised he was in a bit of a kind of a stupid film. So just have fun with it and just go with it. Like Speaker was saying, when he turned, did anybody not see that coming? You know. But I did like when he gets his powers. I thought that was a lot of fun, where they're kind of really pressing buttons and he finally fires the laser.
And Trinoculus P says bad writers think constant cussing make it realistic. Well, I can explain why they did that. You see, the same writers that made RoboCop 2, so that explains it. 112 F-bombs in one movie. 112 F-bombs in one movie.
Well, it's the same with the Snyder Cut, too. Look, if you look at how they made Batman swear a lot more, it's the same type of pretense. F-bombs don't make a film. Writing, choreography, and a story make a film.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to watch swearing, I'll go to P-Hub.
Yeah. And again, another one, a pop culture archivist. If you want a palate cleanser for this movie, go watch Nobody. That's what Bat Steven was saying before this. Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, was anyone like a flame broiled burger?
What on earth?
Liu Kang's
just
Big
make
Boys.
That? Yeah, I'm a dude. Yeah, that's how fast I
On
am.
the fly, even impressive. Fat
Liu Kang's Big
dragon?
Boys.
Welcome to Kang Chicken, where every burger is personally fried by me. Would you like some dragon fries?
Honestly, the way it looks, that kind of looks like it's Loki, like it's Tom Hiddleston. Can you see part of his face?
Oh God!
Here, I will zoom in for you. I'll even make it better so everyone can see it because I had to do it that way. Hold on, I'll get it for you. Okay, hold on. Yes, this is how quick I made it. There you go. Everyone likes flame broiled.
Nice.
One hand to grill, one hand to
So
hold
you
it
guys
in air.
aren't recommending this now?
Oh, it's great. It's great for making fun of. It's great.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hours and hours of content.
I don't know if you want a mindless wannabe Mortal Kombat movie. I'll give my rating here in a minute.
Oh, that's great. Palpatine nailed it. Kentucky Fried Kang.
Kentucky
Chicken.
Fried Kang.
Chicken. Kang Fried Chicken.
Chicken.
If I do it in the other hand, it's spicy.
Oh God, no. Canuck. Canuck's on mute.
Kano was the best.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to step off the panel for a couple minutes there, Loki.
Okay, all right.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem, brother. Thank you for being here.
But Kano was awesome, though. I have to agree. I didn't say that part. Kano was awesome. The parts where he was in the chair and he was about the writing the novel, dude, I love that part. Like, yeah, well, this guy's a sociopath. Well, every good writer was at least a sociopath. Like, that's right.
Every good artist kind of insane, mate.
Yeah. You want to buy an ear?
Burger King.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh shit, we're gonna get canceled.
Home of the flapper.
Book Hollywood.
Oh, quick! Can you imagine they were teamed up? You would have Kung Lao and Liu Kang in one restaurant. One guy would be chopping lettuce with his hats while the other guy grilled the burgers.
Oh my God. So if you had to give this a rating, speaker, what would you give it and tell us why?
2. Like I don't know what we're doing it out of. If you did it out of 10 or out of 5, 2. Like you could watch this and be like, all right and stuff, but it's like it's not. There's nothing to rewatch. Like I'll never go back to this film for anything other than to make fun of it. So I mean, because it failed on so many areas that it does. Like what was good about it doesn't even come close to making up for what was bad about it. So and I hope they stop. I hope they either retool it so that they fix what went wrong, which is 90% of it. If they're going to make sequels and stuff, but yeah, no, if you haven't seen this, you're good. Don't worry about it.
No, make them watch it. Seriously. Because they're going to look for the film now. They're going to
2 hours back.
They're going to see that image. They're going to look for Liu Kang. I never saw that burger once. What the fuck's going on here?
Wait, how did he? Well, that wasn't in the film. Yeah, no, it's just not okay.
You're like Frank's Red Hot. I put that burger on everything.
Darth Maul asks, is it better than the original sequel or sequels in the 90s? Annihilation is bad. I will say this. At least they got Jax right in this over what they did with the slip-on cyborg arms. Oh my God. I was like, what the hell? He takes the cybernetic arms off, kiss my ass in Annihilation. No, they at least got Jax right. They did. They got Jax right in this. They really did.
Except he didn't take any pictures through the whole movie. I was very upset that Jimmy Olsen did not take any pictures for the Daily Bugle.
He's a lot bigger. He's a lot damn bigger. They really roided him up in this. They did.
Yeah, they did.
Barry Bonds' head, tiny balls.
The Kano Hot Special. Kung Lao Pao Chicken.
The Kung Pao Chicken. Lao Pao Chicken.
Lao Pao Chicken.
Yeah.
Somebody asked earlier in the chat, was this better or worse than what you were expecting? It's worse. I thought that at least do something more with this than what they did. I was like,
I wasn't expecting anything. I go in with no expectations. That's the point I'm at now.
I think that was my problem. I expected something, and it's nothing.
Actually, I lied. I expected at least good music, and even the music let me down.
Yeah, I went back and listened to the old Utah Saints song, and I'm just like, how is it not better than this?
Yeah. Purple Valkyrie.
If we're going to go out of 10, I'd give it a 4. If you want kind of mindless entertainment and you don't know the Mortal Kombat, the lore, you don't know the games, you've never seen any of the previous films, I guess it's okay. But I was kind of expecting a tournament in the Mortal Kombat because that's kind of the point of it, and it just never kind of got going. And I can't see where they're going to go with a sequel, if there is going to be a sequel, but they were clearly, rushing towards. Who are they going to bring in? Are they going to bring back the characters that they've killed? And why the hell was Scorpion so happy to go back to hell?
It's warm.
And the movie was cold.
So was the reception.
You've just managed to claw your way out, and you're happy to go back now? Okay, bye.
Steven.
I'm still cooking burgers. Come back to me. Yeah, honestly, because I've detached myself from anything coming out of Hollywood, it was a 4. The 1 for the costumes, 2 for the scenery, 3 for the choreography, and 4 for the memes. That's it. I couldn't. It's not rewatchable. Mm-hmm. And for me, with Mortal Kombat, I grew up with the soundtracks, right? So it has a musical attachment to me. Like, it gave me like the ability to branch out and see other types of music. And with this, it made me wonder why I was watching it. It's like watching Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but but it's all with Teletubbies. That's how weird it felt.
My daughter got tired of me making fun of this movie while it was going on. She's like, Dad. Look, sorry, sweetie. This is really awful.
It was awful, but I have to give points where it was. When I first got out of it, it was like a 7.5 because I was being nice. And then rewatching it this morning, it lost 3 points.
Yeah, there isn't much rewatch value, is there? But it is a good film to roast.
I roast every day.
If you want to watch something good that is in the similar vein, go watch Demon Slayer, the anime Demon Slayer. It'll crush this like it was nothing.
And no burgers were harmed in Demon Slayer either.
Yeah, that's right. The gore is more believable too in Demon Slayer. So
you know what? I'm gonna give it a 6. I know that's giving it possibly more than it deserves, but here's my look at this. Number 1, the cinematography in this movie was great. It was the camera angle, everything they did with the cinematography, I thought was great. The fight choreography, they used stuff from the games. The fight choreography was great. The special effects, besides Goro, which I can see being, they went the Hulk and Orc route. That sucked. It really did. That completely and totally sucked. Goro was not what I expected him to be at all. I expected something a lot better. And even the original puppet from the 90s movie, I think was better than the damn ma'am we got. The damn ma'am.
Mamro. It's Mamro.
The ma'am that
Well,
we got.
Goro in oh shit! It's come back to me when my brain starts working. I apologize. Shouldn't even start talking.
In the original?
No,
Oh, you're talking about the Minotaur one from the second, are you?
No.
Thank God.
There was a movie that was made here a couple of years ago, and Goro makes an appearance in it. And for some
Ready
reason,
Player One looks better.
Ready Player One.
Yes,
Yes. That looked better than what they did in this. I'm like, okay.
Are you assuming my CGI?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 from me. I think they could have done a lot better. The Cole thing almost ruins the movie. Cole is a nobody. It was a insert your fanfic character here. Oh, if I'm in movie, this who I be. No, don't do that. And when I first saw it in the preview, and everybody's like, "Who's Cole? Is Cole Johnny Cage?" I'm like, no, Cole's gonna be somebody that we've never effing heard of before, that they insert into this movie as this new character, and that's what the whole movie's going to revolve around. And I was right.
He's not even good as DLC. No one's going to want him. Like, this is a character that's supposed to like give like some kind of attachment for the audience. It doesn't. It really doesn't. He is not an attachable character. You cannot relate to him because a lot of people aren't into MMA fighting. A lot of people aren't into like. He's not real, and the audience can feel how not real he is. He is an inserted fictional character in a fictional movie, but that's bad if you think about it. These characters all have a pretense, all have a story. Cole is a fictional character inserted into a fictional already made world, so that's, you know what I mean? It kind of cancels himself out.
Yes, yeah, and he's supposed to be, the audience, whereas when you watch the film, the audience is already way ahead of this Cole character. We know what's coming, we're waiting for him to catch up.
Yeah. It's like, come on, man. You can do it.
You are a big bitch. You cannot learn your powers. Thank you, Raiden.
Pop culture archivist.
The first episode is the only one you're going to like, Loki. I'm going to hate to tell you this.
I know. I already know.
Did anybody think it was odd that Raiden kept using his lightning like a transporter from Star Trek? I mean,
he can do that.
I know, but it was just
ride the lightning.
I don't know.
It was
I
like
just thought
Thor.
that was kind of like
he was like, "I'm there,
bring
down the rod."
He is a Chinese Thor. That's what the character is based on. Is a Chinese Thor. Yeah. Tiger Bubbly.
So by the third movie, we're going to get a Jane Foster Raiden. Is that what you're saying?
God help us! I bet we will. Help us! I bet we will. I just can't. I can't.
Wing Commander looking pretty good right now, ain't it?
No.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Mortal Kombat Annihilation looking pretty good.
Crispy meat.
Does it hurt to ride the lightning?
What do you call lightning? You.
Well, if you're James Hetfield nowadays, I bet it does. You mean a spaghetti arm Jane Foster?
She's not spaghetti arms anymore.
No, she's Abby from Last of Us. What the hell happened too?
Finch, what the hell? From Natalie.
Well, thank you guys for coming. Thank you all for being here for our Mortal Kombat review. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments section. If you guys love this show, please like and share it. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you so much, Speaker for the Dead, Purple Valkyrie, and Fat Steven, and Canuck, wherever you are. He fell down the lightning hole. He got transported away by Raiden. Hopefully he's all right. We love
Got
you,
stuck
Canuck.
in the goo.
fatality.
Oh, shit.
Burger King, thanks Loki for his time on the show.
Loki. This was fun.
Speaker for the Dead's link is in chat. Fat Steven's link is in chat. If you aren't subscribed to these two great guys, please check them out. Check out Purple Valkyrie. She has got her own show, Rise and Shine with the Valkyrie, with Purple Valkyrie. Check her out. Thank you all so much for being here today, and we will catch you guys next time.
Crispy.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Round one, fight! Get over here! These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.